Today I'm going to show you how to draw a floor plan. So most important thing is when you get to the house to always take a look at the outside of the house. As you can see, there's a jolt of what maybe used to be a garage right there. This is the front. I'm going to walk around to the side. Very important. So you can see how there's a jolt right there. And a jolt right there in the back.
You can come through this gate if you like.
Okay, thank you. So, very important to know where the little jolts are, or at least that you have some kind of funky jolts before you start drawing your floor plan inside, because that could mess you up. So you go from the front to the right, and you also go to the left side. And the left, it pretty much looks straight. So now I kind of get a good feel for what the house is. I can go inside. Alright, so we're inside the house. We've already looked at the outside. This is the main living. You can see how it kind of goes with the kitchen together. Here's more of it. There's the front door. There's all our windows, and we have this little side office. Like such. Double doors. Just going to give you a little quick walk through here. It all connects. You can see where that side jolt comes into a little deck here. And then we're back to around the kitchen. And then there's a stairwell that goes downstairs and upstairs. So I'm going to show you how to draw all this out. And here we go. What I usually do, I start in one corner of the front of the house. So that's this little side office. I'm going to use my little laser measuring tool to measure from that wall to that wall, and then from that wall to this wall. So I use my little laser tool. I get 12.74 by 6.4. So the way I'm going to draw that is like this.
Okay.
You go. Break your pencil. So you start in the right corner over here, because that's the corner of the house I started on. So each little square represents 2 feet. And I'm going to go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 feet. Now the measurement told me 12.4, so I'm going to write down 12.4 feet. And then it said 6.4. 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. And then I make the room complete. Alright, 6.4. And I had a window here, a window here, a window here, a window here. And I've got some double doors. So those are my double doors. And we are going to call this room, what would you like to call this room?
We can call it the sunroom.
The sunroom.
Even though it's kind of used as an office.
And there it is. Alright. And so, what I'm going to do now is we're going to connect this living room to the sunroom. So I'm going to measure lengthwise all the way across the living room. I get 24.9 by 10.09. Now, if you noticed, earlier I told you a 12.7 on this long wall right here. So I'm just going to erase the 12.4 and write 12.7. So I have 24.9 all the way across here. So I go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. And I write 24.9. And then I had 10.0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that's 10 feet. Now, I always connect my squares. I never draw in the middle. So if, for instance, if this said 11 feet or 11.5 feet, I would make a 12-foot mark, but I would write the measurement 11.5 feet or whatever is closest. So I always round up to the nearest even number. Now 24.9, I could have rounded up to 25 feet, but I like to try and stay as accurate as possible with the measurements. So that line I'm going to make as a 24-foot line. I'm not going to round that up to 26. So then we connect all the way back. And I've got a window here, a window here, a door here, that's our entryway, and a window here. Now you don't have to measure how big the windows are or anything like that. You just need to estimate where they are in the room and place them there. And this is our living room. All right. So next, I want to connect this living room to the little breakfast area, dining room. So I get 11.3, and I actually measure from the little kitchen counter here over to the wall, and I get 10.9. I know that's a little blurry, but oh well. All right. So again, to draw this out, we're going 11.3, so I've already got 2 feet here. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, because it's 11.3. I rounded up to a 12-foot line, but I'm actually going to write 11.3 feet. And then it's 10 feet over to the bar, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'm just going to kind of make a half bar here for now. 10 feet, and that is the dining room. Now they've got a little double window here. So I just draw one big one and I can make a line in the middle. They've got a double door here for our porch. And then as you saw earlier in the little video, there is a wall partition, which is from, say, here. And it looks like, to me, it goes all the way over to somewhere in the kitchen, to like right here maybe. So that represents an open space. You do not have to erase that line at all. They actually have a little window opening right there in the wall. I'm going to show you that right there. So even though it's inside, I kind of make the indication that that's a window. So now I'm ready to go do the kitchen. So the kitchen, I measure kind of from the bar space that I started over with the dining room. I get 15.2 by 7.7. So we come back over here. So I go 15.2 from here. So I'm going to draw a 16-foot line. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Now, check this out. Remember earlier, we saw on the left-hand side of the house, there were no jolts. So technically, if I went to a 16-foot line, I would be here and I would have a jolt. Since there is no jolt, these floor plans are estimates only, so I'm actually going to connect the dots. I'm still going to write down my measurement of 15 feet though. Right? Kind of draw my little bar as it happens right there. And then it's by 7.7, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8. So here's my little wall, which is where the stairwell is going to end up being. And real quick, I need to go look again at the cabinets. So I've got a bar all the way around. So I'm going to make a little cabinet mark all the way around the kitchen. And I'm going to draw in the appliances. Alright. So I've made my bar all the way around, like so. I think that actually the wall stops like right about there. We've got a stove. We've got a dishwasher. We've got a refrigerator. And then we've got a window. Right in my 7.7 measurement for the kitchen. I call this the kitchen. And then the only other thing is you see the stairwell right there, and then you see this little wall in the middle of it. So we're going to have to make that happen. So what I do is, obviously there's a split stairwell here, like such. And it looks to me like this little wall is just kind of off center, like right here. And you got a stairway up. And then you got a stairway down. So, the last thing is just this little porch off to the side to complete our first floor. I like to actually measure the porch, but we can always ask the realtor. Do you want a measurement on the porch?
Absolutely.
Okay, she
Yes.
says yes.
Always helpful. Somebody will ask for it.
There we go. So we're measuring. We got 16.6 by 14.4. You'll also notice there is a door in that sunroom where I made it a window, so we have to correct that. Okay. So, this is a door, not a window. And then we've got a 16.6, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 by 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. There is our
Babe,
porch.
she needs to change her diaper. She's wet. You want me to go get a diaper for you?
All right. And this is the first floor of this house.
Mama?
Yeah, it's over there. Come on, Grandpa. Come on, Grandpa.
All right. And what I do is I put an arrow because I want them to orient it up and show it to our clients like that. So I draw the arrow and up. Marvelous. Okay, so now I am on the second floor. It is really just a bedroom, the master bedroom. There's nothing there, and that's the stairway that we used up. Master bedroom with a couple of windows. And then we'll go to the bath next. So I'm going to measure I get 17.2 by 13.4. Now, this is important to know as well. This door and that little open space coming from the stairway and the master bath, that is the front of the house. So this is the back of the house. It's important to orient your different floors the same way. So you basically just tell the editing team with those up signals which way we're going. So what I'm going to do now is let them know that this up is our first floor. And then I am going to basically start my room somewhere like, you know, over here. And I've got a 13.4. So I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 foot line. But I'm going to write 13.4 by 17.2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So that's, oops, I'm not writing 18. I'm writing 17.2. And then I make my room complete. Right? I had a window here. A big old window here that's kind of a double window again. So I can just put a line in the middle of that double window. I've got my doorway. Usually a doorway is going to be in between two squares, and hallways are kind of always around 3 or 4 feet. You may want to usually measure them. So what I do is, just to show you the hall, I measure the hall, and it's 3.5 by 7.2. I'm going to show you how to do that. So 3.5, right? So those two squares are my 4, and then 7, 2, 4, 6, 8. Check it out. That's my hallway. And the stairway that went down was sort of like this. You do not, again, have to measure those things, but they are in the house, so draw them. And that's the master bedroom. Now we go check out the master bath. So, from the extension of the master bed, I'm going to measure all the way. That's 21.2. You'll see there's a little wall, and it actually kind of finishes itself off over here. 21.2 by 13.3. Right? There's a closet we're going to draw here in a minute. But, so technically what I'm going to do is, instead of just measuring that little skinny hall and then the big open part, it's all one room. And remember, these are estimates only, they're not legal documents. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 21 feet from this way. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22 by 13.3, so I'm going to go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. And look how nice and neat that line is going to end up being. And that's why I always recommend rounding up when you draw to the nearest even number. So, the bathroom itself is going to end up being like 21.2 by 13.3. But I need to show you where this closet's going to end up, and I bet you it's going to be like right around there. So let's go look at that so we can make sure. Because you'll notice that wall, and look here, we do have a little closet here. And look at that, it does wrap around. You can see the little, makes a little L shape to fill in the gap. So I don't even really have to measure that necessarily. I will, but what I want to know is where the bathroom meets the closet. So I measure this little area and I get 7.8. So that's 8 feet. I measured this little area. That's 5 feet. So now literally without even measuring the closet, I can finish drawing the bathroom and that will just give me the closet. Because I know I'm 6 feet over here, 2, 4, 6, or 5 feet. And I know I'm 8 feet here, 2, 4, 6, 8. So look at that. That is where the closet is. And then what I've got is, I've got this long vanity that starts from about right here and goes to here. I've got 2 sinks on that vanity. I've got a long tub. The faucet is over here from the tub. I've got a long shower. I'm just going to draw an opening of a shower here. And I've got the toilet. That is our master bath. And our master closet, I'm going to go measure real quick. And it's 12.9 by 8 feet. And look at that. I drew it 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 just because of the way I measured out the bathroom. It's okay as long as everything matches up and you write the correct measurement. And I do usually measure the master closets. Any other closet in the house I do not measure. So that is the first floor and the second floor, and I'm going to put up and second floor. Okay, so now we are downstairs. There's a little laundry right here. We're going to catch. Cool. The hallway. A little half bath. Remember, this is the stairway we drew in the first room, and then there's another bedroom in the back. Goes around to a Jack and Jill full bath. So basically this whole thing just makes a very long rectangle, and it's, I guess, what was maybe the garage of this house at one point in time. So I'm going to draw out this little bedroom first. That is the front of the house. So remember how we orient things. I'm going to remember that when I start drawing. So I've got a 12.9 by a 12.7. Now you notice there's a little closet that comes out over here. You can feel free to measure that to make sure it's somewhat accurate. But I'm going to show you another little thing that helps. So I'm going to use this long side that I have left on my pad. But remember, it's how I draw these ups, and that's how the editing team is going to actually orient it. So I've got a 12.9, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 by 12.7, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Connect my little room here. 12.7. This is a bedroom. I've got a window over here, and look, this little closet is basically this right here. Most little spare bedroom closets are going to be 2 or 4 feet wide, 2 or 4 or 6 feet long. You can just eye them up. I do not measure them. It's actually, I keep it part of the measurement of this room. So there's our bedroom. Now we're going to do the Jack and Jill. Oh, forgot. I got 3 windows here. And if you remember correctly, in the master bath above bathtub, there was a window there too. Cool. Alright, so now we measure our Jack and Jill. And I'm actually going to go all the way to the end of the Jack and Jill and get 15.1 by 5.7. So I'm going to go 2, 4, 6, yep, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 2, wow, 2, 4, 6, so this is what makes up our Jack and Jill. Basically, you can also go measure to see where the wall is. I noticed that it's about 6 feet where the tub is. If you want to measure it, do it to be accurate. But I know that this is what it does. And then there is a long vanity and a toilet and our door. And then I write down my measurements, 15.1. I usually write like up here the other measurement, just so they kind of know that's all one room, I guess. And it's a bath, even though it's separated by a door, that's all one big room. So now I can kind of assume that our hallway extends the same amount. The laundry's probably up in here, and I bet you like maybe there's a closet from the other bedroom there, but we're gonna go check that out. So here's our hallway, the laundry. I'm actually gonna save, sorry, that was a half bath that's right there. I'm going to start measuring the other bedroom, and I get 13, excuse me, by 12.8. Now check that out. That's a weird little closet. You see that weird little shape? I'm going to show you how to draw that. Got window, window. There's the door to the Jack and Jill. There's the door to the bedroom. So check this out. I'm just making the wall to here. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. And then I know that the house doesn't have any jolts down here, like out to the left or right. Remember, this is the left side of our house right here. Remember, we did not see any jolts. So this is our bedroom. We had a window here, a window here. Check out this weird closet. I just use a line, and meet them in the middle. And that is that weird closet. So you don't have to freak out about those. Sometimes they're built like that and awkward. You can measure from here to here and then this spot to here so that you know where the wall actually crosses, if that makes sense. You measure the long wall, but then you measure the little short straight wall, and then you'll know exactly where the diagonal comes across. That helps when you're putting 2 rooms together that have that weird diagonal. Alright, and so all we have now, we've got our hallway obviously with the master bath and the laundry. What I'm going to end up doing is just go ahead and make the hall, and I'm going to go measure the laundry. It's 7 feet by 3 feet, 2, 4, 6, 8. The reason why, yes, I could go in the middle right here for 3 feet. I don't like to do that. So here's my little laundry. Wash washer and dryer, and I do 3 feet by 7 feet, and it's got those little folding doors. So that's that. And then I've got a half bath right here. So I'm just drawing the half bath literally, and then I'm gonna go measure it. And that is 7.32468. Look at that. Just happens to be accurate by 3 feet. And that's a bath. And then we've got our stairway. It's like right about here in the middle. And we want to go up this way because this is the front of the house. And I'm going to put ground floor. She may actually ask me to change that to basement or something else. Or I may do first floor, second floor, third floor. Or I could call it first floor, main floor, second floor. You need to ask the realtor what they would like to call each and every room. Sometimes they don't want a bedroom to be the bedroom. They want it to be an office. Sometimes they want the first floor to say something else. So make sure you always check with the realtor at the end. And we've got our floor plan. First floor. Second floor. And that ground floor. Alright guys, good luck.